What if I told you there's a new form of money that can't be printed, manipulated, or stopped, and it's growing faster than any financial revolution in history? I'm talking about Bitcoin. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what it is, how it works, and why millions of people, myself included, are betting on it to reshape our future. And don't worry, this isn't another boring crypto lecture. This is the greatest Bitcoin explanation of all time for beginners. Let's start at the beginning. Bitcoin is digital money. But unlike dollars, it's not controlled by any government or bank. It's decentralized. That means no one person or institution can print more of it, freeze your account, or tell you how to use it. It was created in 2009 by a mysterious person or group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto right after the 2008 financial crash. Why? Because the system was broken. Banks were gambling with people's money and getting bailed out. Bitcoin was born as the solution, a way for regular people to opt out. Think of Bitcoin like the internet of money. No middlemen, just math and code. So how does it actually work? Bitcoin runs on something called the blockchain, a public digital ledger that records every transaction ever made. It's open source, so anyone can audit it, and it's secured by thousands of computers around the world called miners. These miners compete to solve complex math problems to validate transactions, and in return, they earn new Bitcoin. That's called Bitcoin mining. And here's the kicker: there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. That's it, forever. That makes it the most scarce digital asset on earth. Bitcoin isn't just tech. It's a revolution. In places like Argentina and Lebanon, where inflation is eating people's savings alive, Bitcoin is giving people an escape route. In Nigeria, where banking is broken and access is limited, Bitcoin is freedom. And in the US, we're printing trillions of dollars out of thin air. The purchasing power of your money is quietly being stolen by inflation. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, it's programmed to get harder and harder to create. It's digital gold, except it's better. It's portable, it's divisible, you can send it anywhere in the world in seconds, and it's not controlled by anyone. And right now, August 2025, Bitcoin is having a moment. Earlier this year, Bitcoin spot ETFs were approved in the US. That means Wall Street and major institutions can now invest directly in the Bitcoin, just like stocks. That's a massive green light. The Genius Act was passed, a game-changing US law that protects your right to self-custody crypto, mine Bitcoin, and run blockchain nodes. It guarantees your right to control your own digital assets without needing a third party. US President Donald Trump is loudly pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto. He's called Bitcoin freedom money and vowed to block the creation of any central bank digital currency in the US. President Trump has announced the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, signaling a bold shift in US monetary policy. This move positions Bitcoin as a national strategic asset, similar to gold or oil. Alongside this, he's established a digital assets working group, a specialized team focused on integrating crypto into America's financial infrastructure. And their goal? To make the US the global leader in digital assets and innovation, solidifying our place as the future crypto capital of the world. Major banks and global investment management companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, and JP Morgan are not just watching from the sidelines, they're buying in. Countries like El Salvador, Argentina are making Bitcoin part of their national strategy. Institutions are buying in, regulations are evolving, and Bitcoin is entering a new era of mainstream adoption. Look, you don't need to be a tech nerd or finance bro to understand this. The world is changing. The dollar's value is falling, banks are failing, and governments are quietly moving towards central bank digital currencies that track and control every dollar you spend. Bitcoin is your escape hatch. It's how you protect your time, your savings, and your freedom. You don't need to go all in, but ignoring it, that's risky. Even just understanding it gives you an edge. As they say in the Bitcoin world, don't trust, verify. Big players like Twitter, PayPal, and Square continue to expand Bitcoin integration, whether it's tipping creators, allowing Bitcoin purchases, or developing Bitcoin-focused apps. These moves show how Bitcoin is moving from niche to mainstream, making it easier than ever for everyday people like you and I to buy, hold, and use Bitcoin. Recent amendments to the U.S. infrastructure bill clarified how cryptocurrency transactions are reported to the IRS, easing fears about overly harsh tax rules. This clarity removes a big hurdle for institutional adoption and signals that regulators are serious about integrating crypto responsibly and not shutting it down. Earlier this week, President Trump signed 2 new executive orders pushing crypto even further into the mainstream. The first executive order is called Guaranteeing Fair Banking for All Americans. This order directs federal agencies to crack down on discriminatory banking practices that have historically excluded millions from fair access to banking services. This means more people will have access to fair and open banking, and with Bitcoin, they could finally opt out of relying solely on traditional banks. The second executive order is called Democratizing Access to Alternative Assets for 401k Investors. This is a game changer. It opens up the door for everyday Americans like you and I to invest their retirement funds, not just in stocks and bonds, but in alternative assets like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. For the first time, millions can get exposure to crypto within their 401k plans, which could massively increase demand and adoption. This level of government support, combined with institutional interest and growing global adoption, makes this the most exciting time to get involved in Bitcoin. The world is finally waking up to what Bitcoin can do, giving power and financial freedom back to the people. So what's next for Bitcoin? Some experts predict a $250,000 Bitcoin in the next cycle. Others are calling for over $1 million per coin in the next decade. Will it be volatile? Absolutely. The volatility is the price of opportunity, and the earlier you learn and get involved, the more upside you capture. Bitcoin is still early. Fewer than 5% of people globally own any. That means you're still early too. If this video helped you understand Bitcoin, smash that like button, subscribe to Smash Crypto Zone, and drop a comment if you're ready to learn more. This is just the beginning. My mission is to make crypto simple, powerful, and real. I'm Josh. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the revolution.